What's going on, everyone? Today I will be taking you through the rebrickable Moc, the Medieval Windmill. This is an alternate build from set number 21325, the Medieval Blacksmith. And this actually requires no extra pieces, so it's really nice. Now, before we go into too much detail on this, I do want to take you to Rebrickable and show you the creator of this and a lot of the other Mocs that he's out, because I think these are some of the best on Rebrickable, and they're pretty impressive. So an easy way to find this is either type in Medieval Blacksmith Moc, or you can look up the creator, Gr33tje13. It's a lot to say, but they have a lot of Mocs on here that are actually really good. And what I like the most about their Mocs is that they only use one blacksmith shop and there's no extra pieces required. So you can scroll down through here and you can see all the other links to all the other Mocs that they have done. And you should look through them because I think they're all pretty impressive. You know, the Medieval Windmill kind of caught my eye at first, and that's the one I wanted to do the most, I think. But after looking through some of the other ones, I will be doing a couple more of these videos and doing a couple more reviews on these, because I'm going to be adding them to our medieval area. So real quick, before we go back to the review, I want to take you through a couple other things the creator has on here. The Medieval Tavern was a really close second to the windmill that I wanted to build. And in some cases, I kind of wish I did this one, but I didn't. But I'm going to actually get another blacksmith set because I want to add this to our town. This is, it has a lot of great detail. The interiors look great. I really like the actual wagon for this. I like the wagon way more than the one that was for the Medieval Windmill. So we'll be adding this to our town. They did a great job on this. Another awesome Moc. And real quick, I want to take you to the town bundle too, because this is just awesome. So if you're looking to build the entire town and you have 5 blacksmith sets, you can actually buy the instructions for $22.50 and get five different Mocs, and they're all pretty good. You have to look through them all and kind of see which ones you want for your city. But to me, they did a really stellar job on all these. A huge shout out to the creator on these. They look great. And once again, it's just nice you do not have to any extra parts or anything. So on that note, let's take you back to the review of the Medieval Windmill. We'll go through the pros, the cons, some slight modifications that might be able to make, and a lot of the details and features on it. So now that we've gone through the Moc, I have to go over some of the pros and the cons of this build. But just to say first off, I just want to give a shout out to the designer because they did an incredible job on this. The detail, the build techniques, are very good considering you're only using the parts available through the blacksmith shop set. So the first thing I do want to point out, though, is the windmill. It looks really detailed and it's pretty cool, but the blades here are very, very flimsy and they fall off easily. So you're probably going to want to reinforce those. I will probably show you what I'm going to do at the end of the video. Also, this other side is incredibly detailed, and I almost wish the windmill was on this side so I could display both sides, because you're kind of at odds of which side you want to display. And I'm going to probably fix this as well. But even so, these are just small little details, and I really think this set is absolutely incredible, and it really does look great in a medieval village setting. One other thing I wanted to point out too over here was this chimney. It's incredibly detailed, and I actually love the look of this. I think it looks really cool how it kind of just like goes thin and then just goes thick at the top. I think it looks nice like that, but it's only held on by 2 studs, so you're going to constantly knock this thing off. I would just recommend taking it off altogether while you're building the set. But I don't want to sound like I'm coming down the set, because they did an incredible job. And only using the parts from the blacksmith shop, you're going to have some certain flaws that, you know, something might fall off, might not be held on as good as it could have been because you just don't have the proper pieces. So you got to take that into account. Obviously, all the pros outweigh the cons, in my opinion. Another little pro over here would be this tree. It's a little bit smaller than the blacksmith shop tree, but I think it's a lot better built, and it doesn't fall apart as much as the other one did. I remember the blacksmith shop, the tree just annoyed me to no end when building it. But overall, I really think this is just a great build. I'm going to take this thing apart. We're going to get into the interior of this and show everybody the remainder of it. All right, so after taking this thing apart, you will see that it has about 5 or 6 other pieces. And we're going to go through the interiors on each of these and take a look at everything. You will see over here that you can kind of see the detail a little bit better now that we took the top off on the outside. I still love the outside of this. I think it looks great. And coming to the kitchen, it's a little bit cramped in there, but they got a table, a utensil rack, and a oven. They could have maybe used a light brick on the oven, but honestly, you wouldn't see it unless you took the top off. So I think I'm going to use that light brick somewhere else. And over here to the infamous chimney, there it is, the two studs holding on. So like I said, I've knocked this thing off countless times while building this, so just take it off. So coming over here now to the bedroom, this is actually above the entranceway. And you'll see it is also very, very cramped. I feel bad for the guy living in this house because he is in some cramped spaces. The one thing I didn't like is there's really no door going to the room. You can take the side panel off, and that's pretty much how you access it. And the side panel on this does not stay on very well at all. And that's kind of one of my big gripes, because whenever I'm moving the set, it constantly falls off. But coming on to the next room here, you will see that it does have a door, which is good. He can get in. And you will see that inside there is a study. He's got a desk, a chair, a compass, and some other little things going on in there. So I think that was very cool. I do love the outside of this, though. Getting a kind of a closer look at it. I love the work on the side of it, like with the bricks and the tan and the white combo with the brown. I think it looks great. And over here to the top, this goes on top of the study, is the roof, and I think it looks great. I love the detail. You got to be careful, though. It's very easy to knock those top pieces off. And you will see here, too, where the windmill goes in. There's nothing reinforcing that behind there, so if you press too hard, that brick will fly right in there, and then you have to take the entire top off to get it out. It's happened to me like twice now. So that might be a good thing to reinforce later on. Coming over here, you'll see all the extra pieces, and there are a lot of good ones. You will see that the big one, I think, is the light brick, and I think that's good to have in any situation. So I will be using that somewhere in the city, maybe not in this set, but somewhere else. And you will see there's a lot of good shield pieces here. I like the colors of these, so I'm going to be using these in other places. And you will see the white brick, a lot of that, gray brick, and a lot of that brown brick, like I said, with the wagon wheels. So, yeah, overall, I mean, this really was a great build. I'm going to reinforce a few things. The minifigures there, I actually kind of switched them around. You'll see them a little bit. I think they look really cool like that. This way they differ from the actual blacksmith shop because these sets are going to both be together. So, but I think I'm going to go through, reinforce some things, and I'm going to raise up the windmill, and I'm actually going to put the windmill on the opposite side so I can display the really detailed side and the windmill side all together. And I'm going to put it in our city, and we're going to show everybody the final result. Okay, everyone, here is our final result. We finally have it in the medieval village. I made some slight modifications to this. You will see I reinforced the windmill blades so they don't fall off. I also raised the tower up about 3 studs so the blades will miss the roof line. So now you can display the really good looking side and the windmill side all at once. I think it looks a lot better like this, and it really didn't require that many pieces to do. So I would highly recommend doing this if you can. You will see it flows very well now with our medieval castle and our blacksmith shop. The village is actually coming along pretty good. I think it looks awesome. And I also was able to add in another little feature here. If you have one, I would highly recommend doing so. The windmill spins. I powered it up, and I wish I could speed control it a little bit better, but I don't have one that you can actually slow down. So I might actually get one so I can actually have a slower spin on it, but I think it looks really cool. So, but you definitely need to reinforce those blades or they will blow apart if you don't. But overall, I think the village looks awesome. I'm super stoked to have this in the city. I think it looks great. So thanks for watching, everyone, and take care.